We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from South Florida. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon A-Chain. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Let's go. Out.
From the gun, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll be third down.
Ready. Out.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Off balance throw. It's complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther.
On the jump. Check. Check. Let's go now. Go.
On the ground, here's the fourth-round pick from the April draft. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's second and 3 to go. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on third and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
And he's going to have the Steelers first down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He'll stay on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allowed him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
It's a big play there on 3rd down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense. On the ground is Mason. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And he'll take this down to about the 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of... Back up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
They'll run. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. He slams it in there, and he is in. Jordan Mason, touchdown Pittsburgh. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, get set.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, ready.
In motion, it's Waddle. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Washington. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw is Tua. He got his man. It's Smith. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Ready.
Tua now on 1st down. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Right. Ready, set.
They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Now a first down throw for Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Hill brought in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Go ahead.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Miami after this. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This one will be from 37 yards out. York's kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board just before halftime.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
Now, he'll air one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
The defense is just going to have to find a way, Mike, frankly, to just make this more challenging from the time the quarterback has in the pocket to the amount of separation the receiver has downfield. At this level, that is just too easy. They've got to tighten up both their coverage and find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback. Because if they don't do either, expect a lot more big chunk plays like we just saw there.
Tua and his old Bama teammate Waddle for the Dolphins first down.
Watch it, Oscar.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
That is caught left side by Waddle.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
They'll look to pick this up third and a yard.
They're right here.
Hill brought in motion. Tua going to throw here on 3rd and 1. That one caught by Smith. And this is going to set him up with 1st and goal. Mark him out of bounds at the 4.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Throwing is Tua. That one taken in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. On now, Cade York for the point after. It's up and through. And the Dolphins are on top. It's now 10-7. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. Second and 7. They put Wilson in motion. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, let's try to get it on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down. He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They need to get to the 22, but now face a third down. Now, faking the give. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
44. Ready.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle.
Ready, set. Out.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Quick hitting slant there. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Turbo 3, kick. Get on.
On first and 10, here's Tua. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Tua going to give it to Achane. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Get safe. Go ahead.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Here's 3rd and 2.
Ready. Out.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, get safe. Get on.
Once again, it's Achane. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, ready.
From the gun, here's Tua. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
This one complete right side. And the Dolphins are going to be set up. First and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Javon Achane. Touchdown, Miami.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Ready up. Let's go.
This drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Wiley, his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips that time. In there for the sack.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up fourth down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready. Trouble one.
Now, H.A. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right.
On the handoff, this is H.A. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Go ahead. Corner, long. Ready, set.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
On the ground is H.A. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Trouble one, high. Set.
Here's Tagovailoa. That's taken in left side by Smith.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Go ahead.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. That one good for 29.
On the jump.
to the air now on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes it.
Devon Achane. Past midfield. Inside the 20. And they're not going to run it down. He goes all the way. 93 yards. Touchdown, Miami. York, good on the extra point. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Caught by the tight end, Wiley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. One of the tight ends in motion right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run with Achane. Room to run at the 35. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 31 yards.
Ready. Out.
On the carry, here's Achane. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. Second down and 8. Tua to take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.